G'day, this is Matt from Lamination System. Today I'm just going to do a quick run through on the MiniTable. This is the same as our larger units, but it's just a smaller unit basically that we've released recently that's used for various different mountings and laminating. So the first one I'm going to start with is we're just going to laminate a print. So basically what I've got here is just a print, and then we cut our over laminate to size to suit the print. So what I want to do is get this relatively central and straight, and then just bring my roller over the top of it and drop my roller. Once the roller's dropped, the print can then not move and it holds everything in place for us. So what I'm going to do from there is I'm going to strip the back off the laminating film, fold it underneath, and then roll it back over the top again. So basically what that does is it gives me a start with my laminate, and I'll then grab the print, go from the other side, and laminate my print. So basically what I've done with that is just cold laminated it with a pressure sensitive mat. It's really as simple as that. It's just cutting your film to suit the size of what you want to laminate and then going over the top of it. That can also be done with prints that are already mounted on boards and stuff like that. Alright, so next up what I'm going to do is, this is core flute, and we've just got basically a print that's been printed on self-adhesive vinyl. So basically what I'm going to do first is what we like to do when you're mounting most things, is we're going to use our static roller here, and what this will do is just pick up any dust, hairs, anything, any foreigners off the actual surface of the product. I'm also just going to do the back of the print, and even though we're peeling that off, it's going to be touching that and can transfer dirt. So that's what, it's just a good habit to get into to start with. So then basically I'll bring this to the center of the table, as central as I can get it. I'm just going to open the rollers up, and then basically I just want to position my print where I want it. If it was tight on the board, I can position it right to an edge, but this one's just in the middle, so I'm just going to centralize it. Bring the roller over the top, and exactly the same way we did when we were laminating, this then traps the print. Nothing can move now. So what I want to do from that point is I just want to separate the actual print from the sheet. So I'm going to bring that roller a little bit closer to make it easier for me, and that will hold, means I can trap the print against the roller and peel it off. Very similar to what we're doing with the laminating, I'm going to make, again, I'm going to grab this piece, fold it back on itself to make a loop, and then roll it back over the top again. I'm then going to do the same again, which is to bring the print back over the front. All I want to do on this one is just make sure the print is nice and taut at the front so I don't get any loops in it. You don't need to hold it with much pressure, and then I'm just going to roll over the top of it like that. So that's our print then mounted to our 3mm core flute. So we can then trim it from that point. If the boards were the same size, you can line up and you'd be trimming obviously backwards. Now I'm just going to do another version of mounting. So this one is on a piece of white foam board, 5mm foam board. So basically what I've got here, this one I don't need to clean because I'm going to peel the back off it. I'm still going to give it a quick run over because it's the same sort of thing we can get transferred. So I'll clean the back of that one, give this one a quick wipe. So the difference between this one and the last one I'm doing is, this is just a laminated print. The adhesive is on the board, not on the product. So it's a reverse of what we were doing last time. Open my rollers up again. Same thing again, central. Roughly right. Shut the rollers, it's all trapped down in place again. The only difference with this one is because it is an adhesed board, I'm just going to cut along the front edge of it so that I can peel up the adhesive because this one is a reverse of what we were doing before. So this one, I'm peeling up the adhesive like that to give me a start. And then what I'm going to do is run over the top of it, which is doing the same thing as we did before, but just a reverse sort of version of it. So then we bring our laminated print over, and this time the only difference is we're pulling the paper off the board. Then we hold our print up just nice and straight. Remove the knife from the table and run over the top. And that's the same thing. So there we've got our mounted board. So basically the only difference between that was this one is adhesive and the other one was an adhesive print. But the principle is the same regardless of whether it's laminating or mounting, whether the board's coated or not. It's the same sort of principles. A couple of other things I'll just quickly run through while I'm on the machine. We've got our pressure settings at the front. And generally we only need about 0.2 of a bar, which is roughly about 30 psi. That's all we really need. We can use more pressure, but it just causes distortion, so we want to lay it down as naturally as possible with the machine. And that's really a basic quick run through on this machine. Very simple, very easy to use, makes your life very easy and quick. Thank you for watching.